and it will be Saturday night in Death Valley.
Helm, he's running over people! Oh, you Herschel Walker!
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight!
And welcome to a national championship edition of Sweet Home SEC, our last show for the year. Clint Schweitzer and Noah Groninger talking about all things national championship. The Alabama, well, you got a championship
the
here on your
Alabama turnover bell, baby. We get these 2 turnovers, pick up these fumbles, and we've done it. I went to bed a little bit early, but we've done it. We are the champions.
Hey, Alabama did not win the national championship.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Deshaun Watson
What?
threw a late touchdown pass with 1 second to go, and Clemson was the winner. So the belt is, I'm just going to have to give it over.
Sorry?
So, sorry. Absolutely. And
It's a little embarrassing.
we're going to be talking about it. We got a guest coming on, a former Clemson Tiger himself, Levon Kirkland, former All-Pro for the Pittsburgh Steelers, former captain for the Clemson Tigers, going to be coming on to talk about the national championship that Clemson won. Big moment for them. The SEC, you can't win them all, as they say. And Alabama still yet to win back-to-back under Nick Saban.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at Jalen Hurts out there. He's not throwing the football effectively at all. Just all night, he could not find his rhythm, could not get anything going. Bo Scarborough gets down. They did have something going in the running game, but he goes down, and they're just not the same team. They can't throw. They don't have a running back when Scarborough goes out, and it just falls apart from there.
And the offensive explosion from Clemson. I mean, you've got to give Deshaun Watson's the best player on the field. He's the best player. Should have won the Heisman Trophy, and you just got to give it up for Dabo Swinney, what he's been able to do for the Clemson Tigers for that program. Huge for them. Hats off to them. What a great win it is. They're going to have that in their hearts forever. Clemson fans, enjoy it. I mean, you never know when you're ever going to get back to one of these, if ever again. Alabama will probably be back next year, probably preseason number 1.
Jalen Hurts just getting better, still rolling in all the number 1 recruits. They're fine.
Can't feel too bad for Alabama at this point.
But yeah, we talked about last week how Clemson had to have this. Deshaun Watson's going to the pros. There's no stopping him. He's a senior, so he had to do this. But we look at it, and Wayne Gallman, 46 yards rushing, Deshaun Watson, 43 yards rushing. They didn't have the running game going, so we were wondering how Alabama would get out of that too high safety look. It didn't matter. Deshaun Watson goes for 400 again with 420 against this Alabama defense. He does it. He's magical, and he gets it done late. This player, I mean, maybe he should have won the Heisman looking back on it. Yeah. I know Lamar Jackson had a great season, but Deshaun Watson, the things he's able to do on the field and just raise his team and elevate his level and the whole team's level is just unbelievable and just unlike any other player in the game.
Yeah, it really is, and hats off to the Clemson Tigers, and we're going to go ahead and bring on our guest at this time to talk about this national championship victory. It is our good friend, Levon Kirkland. He is a former captain for the Clemson Tigers, former All-Pro for the Pittsburgh Steelers. First off, Levon, just congratulations on this national championship. You guys you got to be riding just really high. The emotions got to be really high. Congratulations, and what a feeling it is.
I tell you what, this feeling that I have right now, I wish I could bottle it up and put it in a body wash and just shower with it for the rest of my life. It felt that good.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you just an epic game. Deshaun Watson putting up 420 yards on this vaunted Alabama defense. Clemson coming from behind. They give up the 2 early touchdowns. They're down 14-0. To fight back like that, what a win it was. I mean, just how big is this for Clemson? I mean, they got there last year, couldn't quite get it done, but to come back and win a national championship. I mean, you won ACC titles in your time there at Clemson, but to win a national title over Alabama, what does this mean for Clemson just in general?
I think it does tremendous wonders for the university and the football program. This puts us in our elite status, especially after 35 years of never going there or never reaching there. We got close last year. But, this puts the spotlight on our university, and it makes the alums, everybody who's involved with Clemson, just makes them hold their heads up a little higher that this university is capable of doing great things, and it has been. But I think for it to be nationally recognized is tremendous, and also to beat Alabama. I don't think it would have been enough to beat the Washington Huskies. No disrespect, but it wouldn't have been. I mean, for us to play Alabama was important. I think for us to be a better program, we had to go through that wall, which was Alabama. And the guys did a tremendous job, the coaching staff, the players. They did a tremendous job of showing you that, why not dare to be great? Why not dare to be legendary? And that's what we did last night. So it's an incredible feeling, especially because from a nation standpoint or perspective, it's Clemson-y. It's not, we fall short, kind of making a joke. So it's kind of good that we were able to get over that hump.
Well, everybody was watching, even though it went late into the night. But I think everyone still has a question. How did this happen? How did Clemson beat the mighty Crimson Tide? Clemson wasn't getting the running game going. 40 yards for Gallman, 40 yards for Deshaun Watson. But, man, they were throwing the ball all over. Jalen Hurts wasn't playing well. And if you give a 2-word response saying Deshaun Watson, I can't blame you.
I think in order to beat a team like Alabama, and everybody's talking about their defense, is that Clemson has enough weapons and a lot of weapons that you can work the ball all over the field. I always said this, and I play defense, but I always believe that a great defense versus a great offense, I like the chances of a great offense. I think a great offense will always beat a great defense if everything is equal. And that's what happened last night. We wore them down as the fourth quarter began, and we started getting those passes. We started getting the passing going, and you can tell that we were wearing them out. I mean, playing one-on-one, man-to-man coverage is tough, especially if you're not getting a lot of pressure. You got to give our offensive line a lot of credit during that fourth quarter because Deshaun had a clean pocket for the most part.
Well, let's go back to your time at Clemson. I mean, 1991, you're a team captain on that ACC championship team. Just talk about what it's like playing at Death Valley. I mean, everyone talks about it's in the national spotlight now more than ever. Just the traditions at Clemson, the descent into Death Valley, the intensity of that stadium, and how great those fans are. Kind of go back to your time playing there and winning. You won an ACC championship back then. It was still a big time program, but how deserving these fans are of something like this, because I think they're an underrated fan base, especially nestled down there amongst a lot of SEC fan bases. But Clemson's right up there, isn't it?
The fan base is incredible. It really is. I mean, you mostly hear about the teams that are, you hear about the Ohio States and Michigans, you hear about the SEC, but I always thought that Clemson belonged. But, when we played, I always thought we belonged amongst the national powers, but we would never get there. I mean, when I played, we were basically 10-2 every year. And we were a team that nobody really wanted to play. We were a tough-nosed team. We were used to winning. So it was a great program back then, but the only thing was you lose 2 games and it was pretty much over with. There's no championship talk, which, we're the only sport, college football is the only sport that really counted against you to lose 2 games. So, I love this new playoff system. They get teams that really prove it on the field. But back then, man, we're tremendous. We had, the Marina it's one of the best things in college football. It never gets old. And, to run down it, to watch it, it's amazing. And, I mean, whoever thought of that, it probably was an accident of how it happened. So it's one of the best ways to come in the stadium, and what young recruit wouldn't like that. And, I just remember going on the hill and you seeing all the fans. You have such a viewpoint that I think most players don't get to enjoy. And when that gun pops off, man, I mean, it goes bananas in there. So it never gets old. It really does. I'll never get tired of seeing that.
And I tell you what, Levon, it's just been great catching up with you here, talking about some of your time playing, talking about your current coaching gig, which, I mean, congratulations for that. I bet that was just been an amazing experience. I know you've been moving up the ranks from high school to college. Here in the NFL, the sky's the limit for you, man. And what a great player you were. Again, 11 seasons, 9 with the Pittsburgh Steelers, 160 consecutive starts. That's pretty good for a guy that played close to 300 pounds there, man. You were one of the best big linebackers that really ever played the game, man. That's good stuff.
Well, thank you for that compliment. I mean, it was unique, so kind of like being an outlier. Sometimes I didn't always embrace that fact, but, being able to, the great thing is I get a lot of people who play Hall of Famers that remember me as a player, and it's just a uniqueness that I had, and it worked for me, and I was able to keep moving at that size and do some pretty amazing things. But I really want to make sure I fulfill my purpose as far as coaching is concerned, that I do help young men become better, not only players, but give them some wisdom that maybe can help them in their lives. So, this whole coaching thing is just more than just about me. It's about making sure that I do my part, and I feel like that's my calling. So I'm going to continue to go forward with it. Thank you so much for the compliments of my career. I really appreciate that.
Hey, absolutely, and congratulations on that national championship for Clemson. I know you'll hold that close to your heart forever, man, and congratulations on that. Congratulations on where you're going in the coaching ranks. We'll be watching, and can't thank you enough for joining us, Levon. Have a great one. Happy New Year to you, and we'll catch up soon, my man.
All right, sounds good, bro.
Been an honor. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations to Levon. Thanks for joining us. Great stuff to have him on here.
Is he the biggest linebacker in football history? He had to be.
He played close to 300 pounds, man, for a lot of his career, and he held it down. He was a quick, agile guy for his size. 9 years for the Pittsburgh Steelers, 160 consecutive starts in the NFL. That's still a record for inside linebackers.
Yeah.
And had a great career at Clemson. But like he said, this is a new level for Clemson football. He was on some ACC championship teams back in the early 90s. Whole new level. When you win a national championship, it puts your program, it stamps it. You're on the map. You're one of the elite, and that can never be taken away.
And he said not just winning a national championship. This wasn't them beating Washington. He said no disrespect, but this is beating the big boy, the Alabama, the video game boss, Mike Tyson from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. There's no way they lose this game, and they did it. They won, and this is just a huge mark for them.
Huge mark for us. This has been wonderful. This is our first year on the air for this show. You've listened on iTunes. You've watched on YouTube. Our website, GreatAmericanSportsNetwork.com. Guys, we can't thank you enough. Please subscribe to all our all our avenues.
Hit us up on Twitter at GASN Sports. We love the interaction. Can't thank enough for our sponsor all year long, Stadium Crashers.
Great film, Noah.
4,000 miles. 9 days, 14 stadiums, all the SEC stadiums. Check it out, stadiumcrashers.com. You can find a way to watch it, purchase it, whatever it is. You want to stream it, you want a copy of the DVD, a physical copy you can touch, you can hold, you can kiss, you can caress at night.
I enjoyed that,
yes,
actually, and yes, I do enjoy a physical copy. It's also
too.
Streaming on Vimeo.
Call me old school, but I love the physical copy.
I'm not especially with this wonderful art on the disc we've done. I mean, this is...
Yeah, how did these guys do it? I don't know.
You'll find out if you go to stadiumcrashers.com.
Yes.
Guys, thanks for joining us this season. We will catch you next season. Season 2 of Sweet Home SEC will debut next August of 2017. I'm already looking forward to it. Already looking forward to the magazines are going to start coming out in May and June. Guys, college football is going to take a brief recession. It'll be back in session faster than you know it, and we can't wait for that. We can't wait for college football. We love it. Sweet Home SEC, we can't thank you enough for joining us this season.
It's
many more to
great.
come.
Yes, Sweet Home SEC. We're out.